And then I saw this quote somebody said, "Wisdom is knowing a tomato is knowing a tomato is a fruit." No, what does it say? Knowledge is knowing a tomato is fine. No,
you can do it, John.
Yeah, motherfucker. We're gonna take it up a few notches right now. See if y'all can keep up. Wanna give a motherfucker sucker, put your hand up.
What's up, mad lads, and welcome to episode 79 of the Scruffcast. I'm John.
I'm Dan. And I'm Chris.
Yes, Christmas with Friends continues. Christmas with Friends continues.
Oh.
Hey, Chris again on the show. We're feeling a little loose, and the show's just flowing today, right? We're recording a little later. What is it? 10 after 11. Dan's looking at me. He doesn't like how much energy I'm bringing already.
Yeah, you're setting the bar way too
I'm
high.
also Chris was nice enough to bring over some Christmas cookies for us here, and I'm realizing this cookie's really chewy. That's what you probably hear.
It's not conducive to speaking on a podcast while you're eating the cookies.
These cookies are delicious, though. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, guys. Hope you enjoy them.
I'm still chewing.
Trying to get the crunch in on the microphone.
AMS or whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah. That's what the kids are doing.
Christmas cookie
Trying to
edition.
get into some fetishist shit on the Scruffcast podcast.
All right. Well, Christmas with Friends continues. So the first thing I have.
What?
I don't know. The first thing I have in the notes here isn't even Christmas related, but I had to bring it up.
Oh, I actually have a story for you guys later. Go ahead.
Okay. But I was listening to.
How'd you get reminded of a story over that?
I don't know.
So I was listening to an episode of the Scruffcast from like a couple weeks ago.
Toot your own horn, why don't you?
Toot. Yeah, that's my horn right there. So near the end of the podcast, we were somehow talking about I don't know. I brought up Wild Wild West, the movie, and then you lambasted me and said it was a box office bomb.
Blame basted, isn't that?
You lambasted him.
You lambasted me.
Anyways, you said it was a box office bomb. So the other day, I decided, I'm going to look it up. So I looked it up. Wild Wild West was a commercial success.
How much money did it take
It
in?
made $220 million, and the budget was $170 million.
Dude, that's not good.
Dude, $50 million is not
Yeah,
good.
but that's not accounting for any of the ads. That's just movie budget. Strictly.
Okay, but you said nobody saw it. $220 million in ticket sales? That's a lot of...
For a movie that budget was $270 million?
Dude, how much did movie tickets
Garbage.
cost in 1997 or whenever it came out?
Oh, whatever. I don't even care.
Anyways.
Dude, I'm over this. That was weeks ago. Maybe months ago. I don't even remember when we talked about this.
John's just been stewing with it.
I'm over it.
A Cordero
like
never
4 weeks.
forgets. All right. Though it did have 17% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
I just had to air my grievances a week early from Festivus. All right. Chris, you had a story. Continue.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Chew the cookie.
So this is actually like, it's like half Christmassy related. So something that happened at work today. So for anyone who doesn't know, I work at a litigation company, so we do process serving for law firms. So we had
and he's suing that other guy for us, the other Scruffcast.
Yeah, it's in the works.
Jeffrey
Yeah.
Winkles or whatever his name was. Something like Jordan
Loser.
Stinkle or something.
Jordan Stinkle, I think
Something
it was.
like that.
So
Made up.
So we had to serve for the Public Guardian. So they usually deal with like people who
That was Dan being delighted by the taste of one of the cookies.
Damn, wasn't expecting that.
oh
I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't look very appetizing, but that was tasty. I like
Oh, we
that.
should take a picture of the cookie.
that's what we're all about, just getting like the little sneaky cookies, the ones that don't look too fancy.
Yeah, you can take a picture because you actually have to post it.
That's true.
That's the thing. I gotta get Instagram so I can see if you actually post things.
He posts a couple things.
Dude, our Instagram's booming. My stepdad liked one of our photos today.
No way.
Yeah.
Well, how about us, huh? All right, continue.
Continue
Chris.
All
your
right,
story,
so-
please, Chris.
So we were doing a serve for the Public Guardian, who deals with like a lot of people who are like they need assistance of some kind.
Not to
like,
be confused with the Brampton Guardian,
not the Brampton Guardian.
prestigious newspaper.
They've come
Yeah.
up on the podcast once or twice. I think you brought them up.
I did bring them up. Yeah, this is a different Guardian.
Okay.
Okay.
So we were doing a serve for them, whatever. So our agent who's not in town went to go serve the guy, so we served him, whatever. So then today, our office got a call from our client, the Public Guardian, who's not the Public Guardian. Yes, no, the Public Guardian. You're getting me confused with the Brampton
Sorry.
Guardian now. God damn it. So they called like kind of in like frantic saying, okay, so the guy like that you were serving called us and said that like your process server was making fun of him and like he's kind of like losing it a little bit. So we're like, okay, what the fuck? So the guy was saying that the server went to the door and said that it was Santa Claus. And he had like a package to deliver him, and on the envelope it said like from Santa Claus, and the return address was the North Pole. So immediately like we're kind of like, okay, there's no way that would ever happen. Like, why would they ever do that? Mm-hmm. But they're like, okay, we obviously know you guys didn't do that, but like we need to check up on it for sure because they're kind of calling in a panic.
Yeah.
So we call our agent, and they're like, no, we would never do anything like that. So we report back, whatever. So a couple hours go by, and we get a call back from the agent, and they're like, oh my God, I can't believe what happened. Like, I'm so sorry. And they were like kind of in a panic. So our agent, they're a smaller company, and they do like volunteer work in the town. So they were helping like a children's group like write letters to Santa. So they had pre-written a whole bunch of envelopes addressed to Santa Claus with like return addresses and everything. And then I guess like it was upside down. They didn't notice, so they just put the documents like in the envelope that was actually addressed to Santa. Oh my God! So this fucking guy gets the documents and he sees it's in an envelope addressed to Santa, so he's freaking out. And not only was it addressed to Santa, but in the envelope, along with all the documents, was like a hand-drawn picture of like a reindeer.
He's like, damn, Santa's got me on the naughty list this year.
So he's trying to call, like, he's calling the public guardian, like, freaking out, and they're like, yeah, okay, for sure, buddy, there's a picture of a reindeer. So it was just really funny. So we have to, like, put in an affidavit now saying that it was, like, just a mistake, and then we weren't, like...
Is it like one of those things where if the cop writes your license plate wrong, you just get out and it'd be like, well, it was addressed to Santa, so clearly it wasn't for me.
It's not for me. No one's suing me.
No,
here.
it doesn't really work like that, but definitely doesn't look good. So they have to explain a little bit what happened.
We might have to rethink using you as our litigation.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
Well, it wasn't us. It was an extension of us, but yeah, I thought that was a little funny, like little tie into the Christmas show.
All right. Well.
Oh, that was about as good as this podcast is going to get right there.
Let's consult the notes.
Yeah, that's about all I brought. That was on my notes.
Oh, we had a listener email. Somebody emailed us. Oh, we got 2 listener emails.
Oh, there you go.
I put up the 2 fingers, but nobody else can see. Well, nobody else out there. You guys can see. They emailed us at Scruffcast. Oh, man, we are just not feeling it today. Jeez. They emailed us at scruffcast@gmail.com, just like you guys can. We have 2 emails. Dan, would you like to read the first one, or would you like me to read the first one?
Yeah, I'll read it. It's fine. All right, Christmas vibes. Hey, Scruffcast. Sorry. Hey, Scruffcast!
There you go.
Add an exclamation point at the end. Being a new listener, I neglected to be specific with my last email. I meant to say, what are the top 5 things that get you into the Christmas spirit? Days leading up to December 24th. So, for anyone who doesn't remember, our top 5 last year, which we took from an email.
Last week. I don't want to get...
No, dude, last year. It was last year.
This has been a long week. If
the email from last week was things that give you the Christmas feels. So we kind of just, took that any which way we felt like it. We were wrong, apparently. Regardless, I loved hearing your lists. They were all fantastic. Got me feeling more Christmassy. My top 5 in no specific order are, and first off, there's a reason we call it the top 5, because there has to be a specific order.
That is true.
Yeah,
there has to be a
just
specific
be like
order.
5.
Yeah.
There's no top.
The jumbled 5, that's what we'd call it.
Yeah. What was that game, Boggle? Where you
I love that game.
All the letters jumble?
I don't know.
Jumble made me think of that. Anyways, continue.
My top 5 in no specific order are putting up a Christmas tree. And then she goes on to say, I hope Danny wasn't complaining that he didn't put it up this year because I asked and he said no.
You've been outed.
Is this
You've
true?
been outed.
It might be. I don't remember like things, little things like that. I don't know. It probably did happen.
I thought you were going to be more festive this year.
Yeah, but like...
But putting up the tree,
she was home.
That's not festive.
She was home, and I wasn't. So go for it. Just put it up. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Holiday drinks at coffee shops. White hot chocolate with a chai tea bag. Christmas in a cup.
Chocolate mixed with a
Chai
tea bag.
Yeah, white hot chocolate with a chai tea bag.
Interesting.
I've tried it.
Was it tasty?
It was okay. It wasn't bad.
I could see that being a weirdly good thing.
Was it Christmas in a cup?
yeah, maybe. You know what I had in the fall season? I hate to admit this, but I had one of them pumpkin spice lattes.
Oh, buddy.
You know, I shouldn't say a pumpkin spice latte. I had
Multiples.
many
Oh,
pumpkin
yeah.
spice lattes.
So did I.
Very tasty.
They're expensive as all hell, though. It's like $6.
Real
$7.
real basic drink. but-
Oh, my goodness, is it good, though? Have you tried one, John?
Oh, yeah.
I have, but not on my own dime, of course. I'm not going to spend $5 on a drink.
Yeah, you know, we had a $30 Starbucks gift card, so that was most.
Yeah, at my work they used to have like a corporate like Starbucks gift card, and they would just put money on there.
Oh.
And then sometimes because there's only like it was a small team at the time, like less
Right.
than 10 of us. We just like walk up the street to Starbucks and
That's
be
awesome.
like, well, I'm taking my pumpkin spice latte because now it's free for me. Otherwise, I'm never paying $5.
All right. Christmas shopping, Christmas movies, and Snowfall. See, I actually contemplated putting Snowfall on my list, but
Well, Chris, you had
It's-
Snowfall on your list.
I had Snowfall was number 5 on my list.
Yeah,
but
it's like-
specifically
it's
a Christmas
bittersweet a little
Eve
bit.
morning Snowfall.
Yeah, yeah.
I can feel it, just regular.
you know what? 2 years ago.
Yep, we said this last week as well. I think.
All right, I'll just move on.
We did.
Honorable mention: the Chris and Tiff's cookies, which we are currently eating right now.
Yes, very delicious.
This listener might have
thank you, Tiff,
might have
if you
some
listen
cookies
to
on the way.
show.
I hope so, because then I will also.
She does listen to the show, so she'll.
Shout out! Now
shout out
she's
to
gonna be
Tiff.
like, oh, to
For
shout me
now.
out.
Oh, Tiff does, yeah. Hey, Tiff, thanks for the cookies. Can't wait to hear the new episode. Cheers. And
You
the
know what?
Madeiros.
If any listeners,
I've never heard her say cheers once before.
if any listeners make cookies and give them to us, we'll shout you out on the show. No problem.
Oh, absolutely.
It's true.
If you give us anything.
But
Yeah.
cookies are
We're just
best.
ready to shill for money here. Oh man, my voice. I feel so smooth thanks to my Hall's throat lozenges. Dude, anything. We'll show. We need that money. One of my 2020 resolutions is to grow the show.
Yeah. Ah, man, my back is sore. Thank God for these hot and cold icy packs.
Dude, I'll have to get Shaq on the show. I don't know if he'd fit in the studio though.
Oh, no
Remember we did
chance.
those?
Yeah, he did
commercials.
those.
You'd have to get taller mic stands, probably.
Well, that one goes. You know what? Yeah,
just
we
have to
would.
hold it
We
in front of
would.
the face.
They don't.
Well, he could probably sit in that chair and extend the mic stand all the way up.
Yeah, probably.
His knees would lift the table up.
I know. Okay, I can't fit in your studio. I can't fit under the table.
Shaq must be on Twitter, right?
I think Shaq
Probably.
is probably on Twitter.
I have yet to check if what's his name, the home improvement guy, was on Twitter. Al.
Oh, Al? I was going to say Tim Allen.
Another one of these.
Oh, no.
Tim Allen. Everybody knows Tim Allen. Come on. Anyways, we got another email to scruffcast@gmail.com. These might be the last emails we get for a while. At this right here. Okay. Hey, Jonathan and Daniel. And Chris. Rude.
Yeah, jeez. How are you? Can't
Well,
shell
to
me
be
out.
fair,
So proper all the time.
They
God.
didn't know that you were going to be on the show.
That's true. I didn't even know I was going to be on the show.
But they could have said, hey, Jonathan and Daniel and friend.
Yeah, that's true. You should have known there was going to be another
If
friend.
this person was listening to Christmas with Friends, they would know there's a friend on the show.
Well, I think they've listened because as I read the rest of the email, we'll see that they've caught up.
Now, hold on. There's also a reason why Chris is on the show today.
And what's that reason, Daniel?
That was what you're supposed to fill in the blank there.
Oh, well,
No. He was so good last week. Everybody wanted him back on.
Yeah.
Many compliments to Chris. Mostly just from John, actually. He's the only one who actually listened last week. But he really liked John here, so he wanted John
And then
again.
Chris said, all right,
Thank
maybe
you,
I can
guys.
make the time. And I said, maybe if you bring cookies, you can come on for sure.
That's true. Well, I already had the plans to bring the cookies, but this is a perfect excuse to get them to you. I was actually thinking, because I promised you guys cookies, but I didn't know how to get them to you. Because,
It's crazy because I didn't even remember you promised cookies. You
I'm
could
like,
have totally
I
just...
remembered. I thought about it.
it's
I thought,
it's
maybe
in
we'll
the
give them-
podcast. It's like
True, yeah.
it's in stone, basically.
We have the receipts.
All right.
Do like a drive-by cookie drop-off.
Yep. Just drop it like with a drone. You know what? I'll get one of those like Foodora. You know the people who ride the bikes.
Yeah,
Just like that. You sign up.
it's one of
as
those big
a-
cube backpacks.
Yeah, you sign for this like small tin compared to the size of the backpack. You just sign up and register as like.
All right, read the email, man. Come on. I'm getting tired of you
We're
guys.
trying to fill
having
time
go-
here, Dan.
I don't even know what you guys are talking about. I was trying to read the email to myself.
Jesus
I
Christ.
look
It's
up, you guys are
called
just...
bonding with our
chatting
Christmas
away.
friends. Jesus.
do
Poof.
this pop.
Listeners didn't hear. Me and Chris just gave each other a fist bump. We didn't. It was just me. Okay. Yeah, there you go. All right. Hey, Jonathan and Daniel. And Chris. Hey, Chris. I have caught up. Specifically for the Christmas episodes and to write in my top fives. I was told that episode 78 was amazing. And sure enough, Chris killed it.
Oh, thank you,
He
listener.
should be a more frequent guest. You know what? We just complimented Chris. I didn't even read this email yet.
Yeah. Oh,
I
yes!
didn't know this was in here.
Surprise, motherfucker.
More frequent guest, he's here.
He should be a more frequent guest. Well, here he is. Episode 75. My top 5 Christmas movies. Number 5. The Holiday. Number 4. Love Actually. I think that made Kalon's list.
I think it was on, yeah.
No,
would.
he wasn't on that episode. A song
I think.
from that movie.
Oh, yeah, he did mention that movie, though.
Number 3. Serendipity. I do not know this one.
I know that word.
I know the word too. I don't know if it's a Christmas movie. I'll take the listener's
Word
word
for
for
it.
it. Yeah, sorry. Number 2. Santa Claus. Which probably The Santa Claus with Tim Allen, which was also on my list. Rewatched it recently. A great movie. Honorable mention: Home Alone, the first one.
Honorable
Sorry, Dan.
mentioning. Oh, damn.
Yeah, I like when the listeners put the honorable mentions in.
But doesn't even
They
make
can
the
put it in
top
proper
5.
order.
Interesting.
Home Alone and Home Alone 2 didn't even make my list at all. So maybe
That's
next
true. And you are Mr. Christmas, so
year. Mr. Christmas.
take your word for it.
The number 1 is Chevy Chase Christmas Vacation.
Oh, that's actually a good one.
Yeah, National Lampoons.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
is a
great movie.
That's a great one. All right. They wrote in more top 5s for the other episodes as well. So it's 77. My top 5 Christmas songs. Number 5. Christ is All Around from the movie Love Actually. I'm assuming maybe it's Christmas is All Around.
Is that the one maybe came on?
Yeah, Kayla mentioned that one.
That was a song. Okay.
Number 4. Last Christmas by Wham. That one was on my list, and that's a fantastic
Great
song.
pick.
Number 3. Santa Baby.
Yep.
Okay.
Number 2. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays by NSYNC.
Oh, that is
Great
a
song.
good one.
Yeah.
Was that on your list?
It was. I think it was number 2.
Yeah, that is a good one.
Honorable mention, Meli Kalikimaka by Bing Crosby. And I was reading this, I was like, what is this? But do you remember National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation? He's looking out the window. It's like, Meli Kalikimaka da 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 da.
Oh,
yeah. As you said the words, you said the first half of that, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
yeah.
You said the whole word, and I was like, oh, yes, I can hear it in my head.
Yeah, I didn't even know that's what that song was named. Maybe it's not named that, and the listeners just sounded it.
This is just the words that you hear.
And number 1, which this probably should have been my one. This is a great song. All I Want for Christmas by Mariah Carey.
Yep.
Fantastic track.
Yeah.
You can't change your top 5 now, John.
I know I can't. It's set in stone. I'm just dissatisfied with it.
Stop
Next
dwelling on
year.
the past.
Next year. All right. Episode 78. Top 5 Christmas vibes. Number 5. The first significant snowfall.
That is, a solid one.
Number 4. Holiday shopping. Solid choice. Number 3. We mentioned this on a couple of ours, but we didn't have the second part to listen to add here. Wrapping presents. Filling the bottom of the tree. Yes.
Oh, that is a good part
Making
of
it
it.
look
Put
nice and full.
it underneath the
Yeah.
tree. I just wrapped some presents this week. The bottom of the tree is filled.
Yeah, that is a good part of that.
Number 2. Putting up the Christmas tree while watching Chevy Chase. Christmas Vacation.
Christmas Vacation.
Honorable mention, snuggling and watching Christmas movies with popcorn and hot chocolate.
Oh my god, dude, I love popcorn so much.
Yeah, it's good.
Popcorn and hot
Shout out
chocolate.
to popcorn.
I don't think I've ever had that mix before.
No, I've never done the hot chocolate.
It could be good, though.
chocolate?
A little sweet and salty.
Oh, for sure. But I just love popcorn so much.
It's tasty. It gets like stuck in your teeth. And
Ah,
stuff.
I don't even
It's worth
care.
it, though. It's so worth it.
Oh,
Do you like butter popcorn or like caramel corn?
extra butter popcorn.
Extra butter popcorn.
No, none of this Chicago mix
What?
caramel corn nonsense, man.
Oh, man.
Straight up butter.
How do you feel about when you go to the movies and then those preview trailers, like the popcorn are like anthropomorphic, they're like alive. And it's like, yes, Colonel. Are you like, why they make the popcorn alive? Like I eat that.
No.
Does it bother you?
I like that commercial a lot, actually.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, it's funny.
It's pretty funny.
And then I eat the popcorn.
All right, number 1, the old Christmas Eve tradition. As I am Jonathan's sister, refer to his Christmas Eve story from last episode. Well, guys, I told you all about the Christmas Eve magic last episode. So,
Yeah, that was good.
Disappearing Santa will stay in my
Disappearing
mind
Santa.
forever.
I listened back and I think my quote was, "Holy shit, Santa magic," which doesn't even make sense on its own.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
if you haven't listened to that one for some reason, you're listening to this one, go back for sure.
Yeah, it is a good one.
Yeah.
Your somewhat devoted listener, Jonathan's sister. Well, thank you, sister, for writing in. You're somewhat devoted. She stopped listening for a while, and I said the Christmas ones were so fire. You got to come back. And at least for this episode, she has probably not. after
Back,
this one.
yeah, temporarily.
All right, well, that was everybody that wrote into scruffcast@gmail.com, just like you guys can.
Oh, I want to give a little shout out to another song I think we've forgotten. Christmas Don't Be Late by Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
I know.
I don't remember.
Well done.
You know, please Christmas don't be late. But they have the chipmunk voices.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like
I almost wanna
the
play
dad's
it.
like, Alvin!
Who could name their kid Alvin? You would always think of the Chipmunks now.
Yeah, I know.
I bet you if you look at the name, like the name Alvin on like a timeline, as soon as Alvin and the Chipmunks came out, that name just fucking plummeted. And no one used it anymore.
They ruined it. Big Alvin.
Oh, I love that song. I remember
chipmunk
I remember
business.
listening to that song on my way home from my grandmother's house as a kid on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, I think my grandfather had the vinyl.
Oh,
He had an Alvin and the Chipmunks vinyl for us. I don't remember if that song was
How
on
much
it.
do you
But
think the brand Alvin and the Chipmunks is worth? Like, do they sell
Right
a lot of
now?
merch these days?
They have a couple of recent
20,
movies.
like 20 million.
Kids aren't clamoring for
I
them.
don't think it's much right now.
for
Yeah.
Alvin and the Chipmunks.
They put out new movies recently, but they're not all that.
I feel like that was their prime, like that Christmas movie or that Christmas song and like album era. Oh,
That's a great
man,
song.
Good job.
So, shout out.
Shout out.
All right, next thing I have in those, this is related to Christmas, but, well, it could be, well, actually, no. So,
Make up your mind.
well, because related to Disney Plus, which has Christmas movies on it, but this is specifically
it's a stretch.
related to this. That's a stretch.
It's a stretch. I haven't even heard what you're gonna say
Yeah,
yet,
you don't
and
even
it's
know if
already a
it's a
stretch.
So, the Disney Plus skip intro feature, so you know when you're watching a TV series,
Yeah.
I've been recently watching Lizzie McGuire with Taryn.
Oh,
Dude, show holds up.
I never really watched Lizzie McGuire.
Do you have
I never,
Disney Plus?
I do now.
Well, bam! Now you can watch all 65 episodes.
Yeah, but I feel like it's not the same if you haven't watched it. as
You
a
watch
kid.
the movie.
Oh, yeah, that's at the end.
Movie's a gem. This is what dreams are made of.
Yeah. Dude, they're making a reboot. I can't wait.
It's a good song.
Dude, that show's, like,
Hey, Google.
underappreciated.
Play What Dreams Are Made Of by Lizzie McGuire. She can't hear me right now.
No.
I was really hoping for a.
That's okay.
Okay.
Anyways, so Netflix has this feature as well. You can click skip intro, right? Dude, the Disney Plus version of the skipping intro feature, it sucks. It's so shit. It's more
Yeah.
just like, why don't you go 70% ahead into the intro? Because it plays like another 10 seconds of the intro. So like, what the heck? This is such a waste.
Yeah.
Anyways.
That's funny. I was watching a show on there and it skipped the intro pretty well.
Well,
Maybe it depends on like the length. Maybe they
No,
don't have
because
it
I skipped
panned
it.
out.
Because
Something
this
else
intro
about
on this show was like a minute and a half long. It was so
probably left you
unnecessary.
with 15 seconds. What were you watching?
Mega Car Super Build.
What?
It's awesome. Awesome
Is
show.
that one of those things where they just show you like how they build giant things?
No, so it's like okay, it's like this rich guy who owns I don't know, it's kind of like car business, exotic car business in England, and he
Is
has
it on
like
Disney Plus?
yeah, because it's the National Geographic,
Okay.
right? And he just hires like these two guys, like they're like mechanics, to so they pretty much like it takes a supercar and they turn it into like a super car. So like which way, right? So each episode's kind of different. Just gets him to do different things. He's like a very angry Indian British guy. His name is Khan. That is all. Check it out. It's a good show. I like it. It's fun.
Shout out.
Shout out, Khan.
All right, anyway, I just had to point out that feature sucks. Or, well, it's not suck. Well, yeah, it does suck.
Yeah.
Okay. Rolling through here. Just more general Christmas stuff. Christmas with Friends continues. Chris is here. Thanks, Chris, again, for coming on the show.
You're welcome.
Oh, I was also skimming through old episodes. If listeners need even more Christmas Scruffcast content, we laid out the rules for celebrating Christmas back on episode 47.
Episode 47.
Yep, I don't remember the Scruff Cycles. That's what it was. You may remember the thumbnail is...
Was that last Christmas? No, it wouldn't have been last Christmas.
No, it was earlier
this year.
Why we're talking about Christmas? I don't know. I probably brought it up because I love it so much.
Yeah, probably.
Back in March.
Yeah, sometime around there. Dude,
Probably like,
Christmas is-
still 9
it's
more
always
months.
Christmas. Yeah.
But here we are now.
So then rolling on. Have you done any more Christmas activities? Have you watched any Christmas movies?
Yeah, me and Tiff watched Home Alone 2, which
Nice.
I think, I don't remember if I mentioned it in an email or whatever, but I think it was in an email of the top 5 movies or something like that I hadn't seen in a while, and Home Alone 1 was on my list and not 2. 2 holds up so good.
You think 2 is better than 1?
I think so, yeah.
I think so too. I think 2 is much better than 1.
I had
yeah.
seen it. I had seen it before. I just didn't remember a lot of it. But then, as you watch it, like it just started coming back to me.
Yeah.
There's so
It's just
many
like-
good scenes.
So
It's so funny because it's like the same thing's happening again, but it's
Yeah.
like still slightly different. Where it's just like, oh my god, I can't believe it's happening again. Like, it's just so good.
there was just
I briefly watched both of them over the weekend as I was... but I couldn't fully pay attention because I was like putting a TV stand together at the same time.
there was like one particular scene that just had me in stitches the whole time that I kind of like forgot about. So when they're like, when Marvin, what's his name? Harry?
Joe Pesci.
Marvin Harry? Whatever.
Yeah,
The two guys, they're like trying to break into the house, and the kid he's on top of the roof and he's like throwing bricks at them.
It says eat brick or something.
And just like I was just chuckling with Tim about how like ridiculous it was. Like he gets pegged in the head with like 6 bricks. he's like perfectly fine after, and then he falls in a hole in the house in a basement. He's getting electrocuted by the the taps on the sink.
Yeah.
Just like it just cuts to him.
It's like voice keeps getting higher and higher.
Yeah. And then it cuts to one scene where it's just like a fake skeleton with like a wig that has his hair. It's just like
just so wacky.
Just rattling back and forth. It's just so
another
funny.
good scene, and that's when they finally catch him. So they're about to cross the street, and the guy's like, I got a gun in my pocket, so don't even think about doing anything. Mm-hmm. So they're standing there, and there's like a woman in front of him, so he like pinches her butt, and she turns around. It's like the same woman that Marv was hitting on earlier. Yeah. So she turns around, and he's like, "Oh, hello." She just decks him because she thinks it was him who did it. It's just so funny. Like,
yeah, it's a really great movie.
Shout out
again.
What about you, Dan? Have you watched any Christmas movies? Anything Christmassy over the past week?
I can't say I have, but I'm hopefully we'll ramp it up this week.
Yep.
You know what?
T minus like what? 9 days now.
I haven't been holding my end of this deal because Anna's like multiple times been like, "Oh, you want to watch a Christmas movie?" I'm like, no.
Dude, I've been like trying.
Been a little Grinch.
Soak it
been
all.
A little Grinched recently.
I've
A
been
little Scrooge.
I was this week. I was embracing my, my inner basic biddy. Right. I made myself a cup of cocoa. It's just me here. Cup of cocoa. Right. Sit back. I watched The Night Before Christmas, a Netflix original movie. With
I saw bits and pieces of that. It's so stupid.
Stupid dude, it's Christmas magic. I'll spoil for the listeners.
Hello, I'm from the 1400s. What is this vehicle that hit me?
Yeah, he tries to drive the car. Dude, hilarity ensues. Dude, it's free. It's just on Netflix already, right?
Yeah, true.
See, my whole thing is I can't watch them after Christmas, so I gotta soak it all up now, right?
It's true. You watch all the ones that you haven't seen before just so you can...
Yeah, so I watched... What did I watch? Well, I watched Daddy's Home 2.
Oh, I gotta watch that again.
I started watching that, actually.
So funny.
It's so good.
I think I gotta watch the first one first. Because I don't think it really matters, but I went into the second one and it just kind of jumped into it, and I was like, I don't know any of these characters.
Yeah,
so I have a bit of a disconnect.
It doesn't totally matter, but then again, I watched the first one first. But I watched it with Anna, and she didn't watch the first one.
It would help watching the first one, but
because the first one, because you get the very first relationship between the two of them,
yeah,
right? And how they hate each other. Well, Mark Wahlberg hates him or whatever, right? Then they become friends, but then the same thing kind of happens with John Cena now. Yeah, and Mark Wahlberg said that's it's kind of funny.
So good.
There was one really funny scene that I was chuckling at, where they're it's kind of at the beginning before they spoiler alert, I guess, before they go to the cottage where they're standing in the house and they're Mark Wahlberg's character is trying to just enjoy Christmas, even though he thinks his dad's gonna ruin it.
Yeah,
and him and Will Ferrell are standing in the mirrors behind them, and he's like, the only person who can ruin Christmas is the person staring at you in that mirror.
I just see you.
It's just it pans to, and he just see an image of Will Ferrell. He's like, I just see you. He's like, oh no, we're not doing it right. Okay, so they flip sides.
He's like, I still just see you.
It's still just you.
All right, forget about the mirror.
I'm gonna just take this mirror down. I think we'll just take the mirror out of it.
That movie's so funny.
Yeah. Dude, I watched a lot of Christmas movies this week. I also watched The Night Before, that movie with Seth Rogen.
Oh, how was it?
It was alright.
Is that the one where they go to
presents?
A party?
Yeah, they're trying to get into this exclusive.
Oh yeah. I watched that kind of in the background at Tiff's cousin's house. I think it was.
Yeah, I just kind of had it playing while I was wrapping Christmas presents this week. Mm. Watched that, and I also watched Christmas with the Cranks. Because I wrap presents very slowly. So I got through both those movies and didn't even finish wrapping.
Took you 6 hours to wrap all the presents.
And I went to the Toronto Christmas market this week.
How was that?
It was good.
Did you go during the week? Or?
Yeah, if you go during the week, it's free.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, up until Friday night at 6 p.m. they started charging. It was alright. Got a giant pretzel, bigger than Terrence's head.
Nice.
That was pretty good.
Not bigger than your head, though.
No, definitely not. I have a ginormous head.
Okay.
Dude, it would be good value if it was bigger than my head.
Yeah,
but the one day in particular we went was so much colder than every other day this week.
Well, of
which
course.
kind of sucked.
I've never actually been. Me and Tiff have talked about going, and then I don't know. It's just like busy around the holidays, so you don't really have
yeah,
time
it
to
is.
go.
It is, but
I went twice. Well, no, I went once. One time we went on like a Sunday afternoon, and it was like there was supposed to be like a big snowstorm, and it snowed, but not
As bad as you thought.
yeah, as much as we thought, so it was no problem. But another time we went on a Saturday night, we drove down there, so we got off the highway, and it took us like an hour just to get to the parking lot.
Oh,
So we
man.
show up at like, I don't know, let's just say 7:30, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, so we get in, we pay for the parking, we get there to buy tickets. They're like, oh, it's an hour and a half wait to get in.
Oh my god.
Oh, they like.
And they closed at like, or maybe we got there at 8. It's an hour and a half, and they close at 10. So
So
we're
you're
gonna have a
gonna
half
work.
hour in there. I was like, oh my god, you gotta be
That sucks.
kidding me!
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, but
So
if,
we didn't go.
if you manage to go like during the week, I guess obviously the further from Christmas, the less busy it is.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not bad because you can get it for free, and it's
I didn't even know it was free. Yeah.
I didn't know it was free during
it's
the
during
week.
the week.
no.
Otherwise, it's like $12 or I think $8
I
if
mean,
you buy before.
it's not really that crazy expensive, but whatever.
No, you know, just walk around, experience
Yeah.
the Christmas stuff. They got a giant tree there, and me and Taryn both work downtown. So since we're already
Fair
there, we
enough.
just pick a day where we're both working.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes
It's
things
not so
easier.
bad. If you got to make the trek out there, then
Yeah,
it's a
Tiff
little shitty.
has to come downtown. So sorry, Tiff.
Well, if she really loves Christmas,
She doesn't.
well,
Oh, I want
That's
to
okay.
go like that
Ouch.
far. She likes Christmas.
Ouchie.
see, the problem is, you said she listens to this. My girlfriend never listens to this. But I always say, "Oh, I just shredded you on the podcast last week." Really? And I go, "No." But I do. Yeah, that was all the Christmas stuff I did this week. That was a lot of stuff. It's been a
All
long
in
week.
1 week. Damn.
All in 1
It
week.
has been a long week.
All in 1 week. I still got some shopping to do.
You know what? I'm gonna try to bust out my Christmas hat and wear it from Wednesday on until Christmas Day.
Christmas hat? You have a Christmas hat?
Dude, I got a Santa Claus hat,
Oh, okay.
but it's
I
got
thought
like
you
a
were guys-
massive, like long tail that like, goes down to like midway down my back.
Dude, that's like the OG Santa hat. That's like what Tim Allen wears in the Santa
The real
Claus
long
hat.
one. Yeah.
Oh, I also watched the Santa Claus 2, which didn't make the list here.
Oh, nice.
I would say the Santa Claus one's probably better. A
I
little
have-
more heartfelt. Has that magic?
I've seen none of them.
I think I've seen them, but I don't remember really anything about any of them, so I don't know the differences. I know that Tim Allen grows a big belly. That's about it.
Yep, he grows a big belly and all. Well, actually, I haven't seen 3 yet,
Wow.
but it's on my Disney Plus watch list. No intro to skipping that one. All right. Well, that was everything I had in the notes.
That's about it. So this one gonna be a little shorter this week.
No top 5 this week?
What
No
are we
top
at?
five.
No top 5.
We're at 31 minutes.
All right. Yeah, no top 5 this week.
We're skipping the top. Oh, we didn't really have a good idea.
We had an idea and it just wasn't good enough. We actually, well, Chris, you made a list.
I made a whole list.
I made most of my list too, and
And
we
Mr.
just-
Christmas decided to fall a little short and not come up with any list because he didn't like the idea enough.
Hey, I have a list.
I also didn't like the
They
idea.
make
It was
it
my
so
idea
confusing.
actually, and I backed out of it today. I was like, you know what? I don't like this idea. It's not gonna. So we're not even gonna mention what the idea
Well,
was.
you know what? You can't force it, right?
true.
After we stop recording, Chris, please share your list with us. Well, I'll share the list with each other, just
Yeah.
not with the listeners.
That's
true.
right.
Why don't you write it to scruffcast@gmail.com and tell us what you think the top 5 was? Yeah. And give us your top. You come up with the top 5 and you give us your top 5 for that.
Yeah. What do you think? The top fives this
See,
could
now,
be.
I was already thinking, like, when we hit Christmas with Friends next year, or the Christmas episodes, you know,
Yeah.
we're going to do, like, top 5, but we'll have used all the top 5s. And then I was thinking, like, there's no way we'll have top 5 by this time next year. Remember when we used to do Question to Ponder?
Yeah. We thought it was like.
Yeah, it'll be something
Remember
different.
Jabroni of the Week?
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
this podcast's been a journey.
It has. Yeah. Eventually, we'll kill off the top 5.
There's been a lot of phases, yeah.
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 Top 5 is a good one for sure, but you know, good thing everything.
Yeah, but we
good
need your
comes to an end.
suggestions sometimes. And you can't force it, right? It's
True.
like a
All killer, no filler.
it's like a fart. If you force it, it's probably gonna be shit. Right? I didn't come up with that.
Some real
No, I
Scruffcast words of wisdom coming
Yeah.
from John.
Alrighty.
Speaking of wisdom, though, it's totally unrelated. But I saw this quote today because somebody was arguing about a decade, right? Because the decade's ending. Mm-hmm. And it's like people are like, oh, well, the decade actually starts in the year 2021 because there's no year 0. And people are like, well, you know,
Shut up.
don't be a
Everybody
jackass about it."
knows.
Yeah.
And someone said, and then I saw this quote. Somebody said, "Wisdom is knowing a tomato isn't is knowing a tomato is a fruit." No, what does it say? Knowledge is knowing a tomato Jesus. Fuck.
You can do it, John.
Knowledge is knowing a tomato is a fruit, but wisdom is not putting a tomato in a fruit salad. I was like, oh, I like that
Fair
one.
enough.
I like that one.
Just keep it to your damn self. That's all.
You're talking to me?
No,
'Cause
no.
I stumbled to get that.
Also talking to you. Yeah.
Oh, harsh, Chris. Mad lad.
Well, we stumbled through this.
Absolute
We sure did.
Relax.
Could you believe we actually got to 35 minutes?
Impressive.
Pretty shocked, to be honest.
I'm sitting here thinking, man, what are we going to put as the intro clip on this? Well, listen,
fine.
you've already heard about it.
We'll find something. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's in there
it's
somewhere.
already there. Might just be this. Us talking about it.
Yeah.
Boogity
right.
boogity boo.
All right.
Only time will tell.
I think that'll be it. Man, we didn't bring it this week. We brought it, but that was before the podcast. We were hilarious earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys missed out.
Too many Christmas cookies weighing us
many
down.
Christmas-
That
yeah,
was that was
Sorry,
that was
guys.
nothing to be sorry about. We're quite happy about it. Listeners may not be, but we're happy.
Yeah, so write into scruffcast@gmail.com with your comments about how much you love the podcast.
Or hated it this week.
Leave us reviews on iTunes. Oh, if it's 5 stars. If it's not 5 stars, don't leave the review. I've checked. Nobody leaves reviews. We have one review on there that says, great podcast and fun and interesting guys.
Well, that's a good review to have. If
Did
you
you
only have
write it?
one.
I wrote it. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you got it.
There you go.
You don't out yourself.
Scruffcast is a podcast about honesty.
That's true. All right.
Yeah, write to us. You know how to find us. Follow us on Instagram @the Scruffcast. I've been posting our pictures. I've been posting stories.
Yeah, there was a story up today.
Really? What was it?
There was
Yeah,
one.
it said, write in with your top 5 things that give you the Christmas vibes.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Some listeners wrote in. Good.
Nice.
As a result of that story, I don't know. But anyways,
Probably not. But, you
But
gotta
maybe.
start somewhere.
Maybe, yeah. We gotta start somewhere.
don't worry. We're coming back next week with some gusto. It's Festivus when we're recording.
Yeah. And it'll be
Nobody's going to want me
Christmas.
back on this podcast after this.
No, this is
Yeah, we may have
not
just killed it for you.
This is
Everybody's so excited about you being on. It's like,
should be more people
never
on this,
mind.
and it's like, oh,
it was a
cool.
one-off.
It was
He's
a
sucks,
done
actually.
episode. Couldn't even carry the next one.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Hey, even Wayne Gretzky hit the post sometimes. You know?
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we'll be back next week
We have another friend.
with another friend. And that'll be released Christmas Day.
Christmas Day. I'm gonna probably make it go live like midnight of Christmas Eve, going into Christmas Day.
So you can
play.
listen through Midnight Mass to the
You go
Scruffcast.
through midnight mass. Put your AirPod Pros in. Hit the noise canceling. Bruh, it's like the Pope. You don't even know what he's talking about. It's like us up there.
He's reciting the Scruffcast up there. All right. That's it. What was it? 79. Episode 79.
No, this is episode 78, bracket 3.
No, it's 79 bracket 3.
What?
Last week was 78 bracket 2 because it's 78, but Christmas with Friends 2. This is
I
really like
gotcha.
Christmas
I
78
gotcha.
and a half.
I gotcha.
Or sorry, episode 78 and a half.
I gotcha.
That's what I'm just
I take it back.
I like that. This should be episode 78 and a half. Should be. All right. All right. That is the end of episode 78 and a half. Thanks for listening, everybody, and we'll catch you next week.
Got me like, oh, as I'm watching her go. All I'm thinking is, oh, damn, that bad thing. I can tell you're really good at distracting.
Okay, I can't fit in your studio. I can't fit under the table.